Hi, welcome to the panel. For, I guess, those of you who don't know, I'm Rina-chan. I play Twilight Sparkle in the Dot Move series, Mayor Marin Fighting His Magic, Twilight and Black Griffin's Message from Twilight Sparkle, and Rainbowlicious. All of the main six in Star Wars were connected by ponies, and Vinyl Scratch in his upcoming Lord of the Rings will be connected by ponies. Applejack and Love is Magic, Homage and Fallout Equestria radio play. I've worked on some different songs like Lost on the Moon with Wooden Toasters and Tombstone. Flim Flam Brothers Eurobeat Brony version. I did background vocals for Disco Lights by Alex S. and Pinkie Pie Swear and Balloon Party. And a lot of other random stuff. So, I guess we will start off. If anyone has questions or whatever, just come on up. Guys can come on up.
How did you break into voice acting? What was your first audition and first job acting?
Well, I've been voice acting for long before ponies, so since like 2004. So yeah, and then after I became a Brony, it just kind of made sense. People were like, "Oh, you sound like Twilight Sparkle. You should try doing pony stuff." So I did that. My first role ever was like Sailor Mars in a radio play that never got finished. My first pony role was Twilight and Princess Celestia in Fiends from Dream Valley, which I believe was canceled, unfortunately. And my first official project that I ever worked on was Castle Crashers for the 360 and PS3. Voice requests, I don't care. I'm kind of sick, so I mostly just sound like Rainbow Dash today, but...
Who did you voice in Castle Crashers?
All the princesses and Medusa, the snake boss.
Ah. Thanks.
Yeah. They had a text on her voice, but it was like,
So, how long have you been into the show and when did you get into it?
I can't remember exactly because, you know, I think like most people, I didn't go in going, oh, I'm going to become a Brony. It was just like, all my friends are watching this show about My Little Pony. I guess I'll check it out and see what's, you know, why all these guys are watching it and stuff. Before ponies, I came from a competitive gaming background, so a lot of the things I like to voice are like Street Fighter and just any kind of like video game parodies, things like that. I played competitive Pokemon as well, so I like doing Pokemon jokes. I brought it if anyone wants to battle, I'm serious, but yeah, and then I just started watching the show, and come on in, sit down. I decided I really liked ponies, and it just kind of went from there, especially after listening to some of the musicians in the community and things like that. I was like, wow, the pony music is really cool, and the pony fan works. And I have changed who I think is best pony like 15 times, but right now, this is best pony.
What is the hardest role you've ever had to do?
Queen Chrysalis, and something I did recently, because if you've heard a lot of the ponies that I voiced, it sounds nothing like that, and it was really, really, really hard, but really fun. And I sent off my first takes. It was for a song, and I sent off my first takes, and he's like, oh, I don't really like it. Can you make it deeper? I was like, that's as deep as I can go. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if people like it. I hope they do. I mean, I want to try doing like Zakora or something, just because people on YouTube are like, oh, you can only do the same voice and everything. So I kind of want to prove them wrong by doing something completely out of the ordinary. Hopefully Queen Chrysalis will prove that, but we'll see.
So when you do a voiceover role, what kind of production equipment do you use?
Well, I have like just a little setup at home that connects through USB. I have, you know, my headphones, and I use Audacity for recording, which is a free program, so you can get it online. It's totally free. For mixing, I use Adobe Audition. That one is not free, but I mean, you can start off for like really cheap and see if it's something that you want to do, and then you can even use like rock band stuff to start off with. I know some people do that, and I don't know, you just have to like kind of get your voice out there and practice a lot. Yeah.
Who's your favorite voice to act as?
Final Scratch. I've never gotten the chance to though, except in my own productions.
Aww.
Hint, hint, if anyone casts anything. Just saying. Twilight Horn.
What was it like working a pot community again?
A lot of people ask me that. To be honest, we haven't really worked together directly. Usually he just sends me an email and goes, okay, here's the storyboard for Twilight's parts, and I send maybe 4 takes of each line, and then he'll say, okay, these ones are good, redo these ones, things like that. So a lot of times I don't really know what's going on in the movie aside from just my little scenes, and then it's kind of a surprise to me too when it comes out. Everyone's like, oh, what's gonna happen in Swag? And I'm like, even if I knew, I couldn't tell you, why would I spoil it for everyone, you know? But it's really, even stricter in official productions. I'm in a PS3 game, I can't even talk about that right now, things like
that. Earlier you mentioned Sakura. Could we hear you do some Sakura lines?
I haven't really practiced her voice. I feel like it's gonna be a fail if I do.
Try it.
Yeah.
We won't do improv.
Please, still love you, please.
The challenge has been made.
Give me a line, I can't.
Okay.
Now you're asking us to come up with our part.
Beware the young pony folk, for this is a poison joke. I can't remember the line.
That was good.
When you look back at the content, how do you feel?
Oh, it's awesome. I'm really proud of pretty much everything I've worked on. I mean, there's always some kind of things where it's oh, maybe the animation isn't quite what you expected it to be or things like that, but everyone's learning, you know? I've done stuff for, students, I've done stuff for, middle school kids, things like that, and I think it's really fun to kind of get in with someone even before they get, a big animator who's too busy to work with people like me, so.
You said you were in Castle Crashers, and you said you were in that PS3 game that you didn't talk about. What other games do you voice acted?
Have any of you played Skullgirls?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna hate me when you find out what character I played, but know your place. Rise from your grave. You dare challenge me. Yeah, I get a lot of messages from people saying I tried to beat you 15 times and I couldn't do it. My experience when I was playing through story mode for the first time was I was like, yes, I lost, now I get to hear her again. I didn't mind, but a lot of people were like, I am so sick of hearing you, I can scream. I really, really hope she becomes DLC because I play fighting games, that's my big thing. Guilty Gear is my favorite video game if any of you have played that, so. Okay, I would make her so hard if she
Did you do your impersonations of the entire cast?
Yeah, I have a video on my YouTube where I did that, and everyone's like, oh, your Scootaloo sucked. I'm like, okay, so I did all the characters in the show and you just picked the one bad one? Okay, I guess that's YouTube. That's Side Guy, everyone say hi.
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 So,
Question. The green shirt.
which pony would you most like to spend the day with other than Colgate?
Can it be someone's OC?
Sure. Sure, as long as you also provide one from the main cast.
Can I say Alex S's OC? Wonderbolts.
Can we hear some of your Vinyl Scratch impersonations?
Yeah, let me think of, I wish I could remember the lines from the animation that I'm gonna do, but I guess it's better if that's a surprise since it hasn't come out yet.
I made you a base, but I tried.
I made you a bass, but I dropped it. Sorry. If any of you have watched the toothpaste canon videos I've been working on, but in the next one, she's gonna be like, well, Colgate writes a letter to Princess Celestia, spoiler alert, and Vinyl Scratch confronts her and is like, okay, you ruined my records, you ruined Lyra's mane, and Derpy can't sell her muffins because you ruined her last batch!
All right, you're a little girl. You're 7 or under. Were you in church choir? Did you learn an instrument? Were you drawing? What creativity were you showing up at 7 and under?
I used to want to draw, which I think is kind of funny now because I can only draw like stick figures. I'm terrible. Like I can't even do like MS Paint rage faces or anything. But yeah, I never like thought I wanted to do stuff with voice when I was really young. So I guess as I got older, I was like, oh, I want to be a singer, and then everyone's like, you're a terrible singer. So I started acting like voice. I don't know. A lot of people I know, like the Vinyl Scratch tapes people, things like that, they're like, yeah, we've done theater our whole lives, but I haven't really done that. I mean, I just started voice acting when I was like 16, and I've never looked back. So.
Do you toy around with your voice a lot? You know, just.
Oh, all the time. My friends get so annoyed. Like, I'm in a local Brony meetup group, and they always yell at me. They're like, we didn't invite Colgate to come to our dinner, you know? So, yeah. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you invite Colgate? What, because she'll make you brush your teeth? Yeah, that's one of the drawbacks to being friends with me, is sometimes I get into pony voices randomly. So.
That was to show what bad advertising.
Not a drawback.
A Pinkie Pie hat.
Oh, that was all I was going to say. Now I have to come up with a question. So, you say you like fighting games or whatever?
Yes.
Which one is your favorite?
Guilty Gear.
Okay.
Which one?
Exit Core. I also really like Multiblood. Every time I mention it, people are like, what's that? I've never heard of it. But it's a really fun game if you ever get to try it. Wonderbolts.
Can you impersonate Dizzy?
Yeah, like, I mean, she only speaks in Japanese, so it would have to be like in Japanese, I guess. But let's see. Dame. Onegai yamete. Sayonara. My other main is Slayer, but I dressed up as Dizzy, so. Twilight plushie.
What do you think are like the best places to go out and like look for like auditions and like stuff like that?
Well, I have a forum. You guys could join it. It's called Voice Acting Club. It's voiceactingclub.com. There's auditions posted on there every day. It's not just pony stuff. It's for like a lot of Flash animations for sites like Newgrounds. There's a lot of machinima posted there. You know, I recommend doing stuff that's not just pony stuff, because if you're, well, for one, if you're a guy, there's not going to be a lot of pony projects for you, but also ponies, mostly it's going to be like impersonations. It's like how well you can sound like the main six or other characters, and if you do want to voice act for like your career or things like that, impersonation's not really going to matter. Like, it's good for learning. I totally use it. Like, I've taken a lot of voices that I know how to do. Like, all my southern characters use Applejack as like a basis. But yeah, it's good to try background characters too. Like, when I started doing Colgate, I never thought that people would like make a song out of it and stuff. I just, oh, this is a cute pony. I'm gonna post this Colgate-licious thing on Tumblr and see if people like it.
How far did you have to travel to get here? You Texan?
No, I'm from Los Angeles. So I love Texas so far.
Yeah.
I want to come back next year. You should tell them, be like, bring her back. She's cool.
Yes.
I'm sure if you ask nicely.
And I used to listen to an online radio show that was based out of Austin, Texas, and the host like hated Bronies, so I think it would be funny if we all just
Go.
Yeah, who heard pony voices on that show is probably me.
Alex, we need to get Alex Jones here.
If someone wrote a fan fiction about Colgate, what would you want it to be about?
Well, I've actually seen a few really good Colgate fan fictions. I like just seeing what people do with her. I've also kind of started writing a backstory for Colgate myself. I'm currently working on a song. I wrote like lyrics and everything, and it's a really like serious song about her. You know, usually I'm just like, oh, brush your teeth and stuff, but this is like about Colgate's journey, about her, how she relates to Dr. Who's, her cutie mark, things like that. And I'm hoping to get Omnipony to do the instrumental. We're kind of talking about it, so let's hope. The white ears in the back.
Yes. Speaking of music, what kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of like pony stuff, Eurobeat, stuff like that. My favorite artists in the pony fandom are Alex S, Brony, Living Tombstone, Wooden Toaster, Stormwolf, Pinkie Pie Swear. There's a lot of people I admire. I was really fortunate to meet them all at Brony-con.
Can we hear you, Licious?
Okay, what character?
Let's do one that isn't already Licious. Applejack.
Well, now I have to think of something.
God darn it.
No pressure, you're fine.
How do I even do that? She has so many letters in her name. It's like,
Well, she would be Apple-licious, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And when you get to rhyme with Jack after this call.
I'm the APPLAJACK, and what in the hay am I doing here?
Someone animate that!
I did one for Trixie and Vinyl Scratch, and I wanted someone to animate it, and he didn't, so I was confused. But I think he's got a lot of stuff he's working on. I can do him now. So
Yes!
So Trixie's was like, I'm the T to the R to the I-S-I-E. Ain't no other pony as great and powerful as me. I'm Trixie-licious. I'm the D to the J to the P-O-N-3. Ain't no other pony dropped a vase like me. I'm Vinylicious.
Amazing! So who's like your favorite pony community person? Like for music or like
Favorite pony to what?
like the artists are like do they make music? Who's your favorite pony community person? Like your most favorite brony in the community? I'll put it that way.
Oh god, that's too hard. That's too hard.
All of them.
I know this is gonna get on YouTube. Okay, do any of you follow me on Tumblr? Because if so, you probably figured it out. I know those two do, and they make fun of me for it. Okay, I'll just say this much. It's a brown pony who makes dubstep. There we go.
Alex says.
Please don't kill me. If
I don't even know.
Never mind. Everybody loves Alex S. Remember that deal with Bumble,
please don't hate me for saying that.
So, can you, do you read music, or,
No, I kind of just like teach myself. I don't think I'm very good at singing, but I'm working on it. I listen to the songs from the show, things like that. If I'm working with somebody, I have them sing like the vocal part that they want, and then I do it. Like with Lost on the Moon, Living Tombstone sent me himself singing the vocal part, and then I recorded like 3-4 takes of it, and things like that. They ended up auto-tuning it a lot as like a stylistic choice, and people were like, oh, well, instead of auto-tuning her, why don't you just get someone who can sing? And I was like, ouch, but...
Well, isn't that what everyone supposed to does?
Yeah, a lot of people do it. I don't know. Yes.
You said that you started voice acting at 16. Did you ever have any formal training, or were you just self-taught, or?
I taught myself for the first few years. After that, taken voiceover workshops, acting classes. I took like theater in college. I've never been a theater or film person. I only do voice. But I found that taking acting classes helped me a lot with approaching a character because I said this at the panel last night, but acting is the most important part of voice acting. You can sound just like any character in the show or any actress on the show, but if you can't bring that character to life, then it's not gonna sound good. I mean, I hate listening to my old stuff in like 2005 because I'm like, oh man, I had no emotion in this. Let's see, the hats.
You said earlier back you played fighting games. Did you ever have any rage moments where you're fighting multiplayer or story mode?
Embrace your rage.
I didn't really rage in Skullgirls except against certain CPUs like Misfortune, who's actually voiced by my friend who plays Rarity in Fighting His Magic. I got kind of mad at fighting the CPU version of her. I was like, I love you, you're my friend, but I hate the CPU version of your character because she's so annoying.
CPU suck. Do you have a favorite of the villains?
Discord, I'm howling at the moon. My favorite moment of the entire BronyCon was I was like right up at the front watching all the musicians perform, and Living Tombstone and Eurobeat Brony were doing that song live, and then John Delancey just comes on stage and he's like, "Sup?" And they just like, they started, you know, he started singing it to him and he was so nervous afterwards, like, oh man, I didn't know that I would be singing it to Discord himself. It was awesome. It was so cool. And like Tara Strong gets up on stage and dances to Living Tombstone's set. I just thought that was so cool. I love it when people from the show like what fans do. I think that's really cool. Oh yeah, I can do after the panel's over. I'm gonna sign all the things. Twilight.
What's in your Princess Cadence?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Do you want changeling version or?
Yes.
Oh dear. Are you having another one of your headaches? I love, 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 love it. I think this one needs more beating and a longer train. No, wait, I was imprisoned here just like you. I love how you're using that to ask your questions. You know, the R-5000 yesterday was playing with one of those, and I totally took a picture of it.
Actually, during the costume contest, like 3 doctors and the R-dash, we actually got these songs to do a fight.
Yeah, I totally posted that on Twitter.
Well, that's the question. Who would be your favorite incarnation of the Doctor?
Cat Doctor.
Well, I think I'm kind of biased because my best friend is obsessed with Doctor Who, and he's always like, oh, Matt Smith is the best ever. So I guess, yeah, that's the ones that he's shown me a lot and made me watch.
Other than fighting games, what other genres do you like, or would you like to play roles in?
Oh, well, as far as voice-wise, like anything. The PS3 game I'm going to be voicing in is a JRPG, and it's like my first time doing something like that, so that's really exciting. I just started trying to learn to play Team Fortress 2. I am terrible at it, and I feel sorry for anyone who has to have me on their team, but...
Oh boy. What's your favorite class?
Get better. So far I was just playing the Pyro.
Cake or pie?
What about muffins?
Yeah.
I like cake. Do you like cake? Cake is the best. I'm not there, Katie. I think my apple pies are the best in all of Ponyville, just saying. And we're down here in the South, so I'm pretty sure y'all agree with me.
Can we hear your Big Mac impression?
Oh, no. Nope.
No good.
ice cream.
What?
Favorite ice cream.
Favorite ice cream.
Flavor or
Coffee flavored? I like coffee.
Can you make like an Octavia voice?
Yeah, I've tried to do it before, like not in a project, but just for fun. It was like, Final, will you please stop making those dreadful wubs? I'm trying to practice my classical music here. What, Tommy? You don't like it? It's my new remix of Party with Pinky. Come on, it's awesome. Oh, well, I suppose I can enjoy this.
Speaking of Team Fortress, what is your favorite hat?
I don't have any yet. I don't have any. I just got it, so.
Hey, same here.
Yeah, someone wants to give me one.
Wait till you get home when you're
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favored pairing amongst the characters of the show, or do you not like pairing?
No shipping.
I don't really pair any characters for the show. I might ship certain OCs with each other, but I'll leave that for you to figure out.
Once again on YouTube.
Oh yes, who was your favorite pet out of the main 6?
I'd say Opal, but it's probably because I'm a cat person.
Yes.
I mean, if you like one of those crazy cat ladies, I'm not even joking.
Give her time. She only has one cat.
Give her time.
What is your least favorite pony?
That's impossible.
Why did I choose the least favorite? That's like saying, like, which one of your pets is your least favorite?
Just pick an antagonist.
Something.
You'll get away with it. Yeah.
But everybody likes the antagonist.
No, nobody likes Diamond Tiara.
Best ponies are like Colgate, Luna,
Twilight.
I'm the T to the W-I-L-I-G-H-T. And ain't no other pony troll it down like me. I'm Twilight-licious. Are there any more questions? Maybe if I ask Twilight, there will be more questions. I'm kind of losing my voice. It sucks. Toothpaste mane?
That was or something your question.
Sorry, I'm losing my voice too. Who's your favorite person to work with?
All the people I've worked with in the fandom? It's really hard. I guess maybe Living Tombstone, he's just like, he's so cool, he's so, you know, it's like, you meet him and you think, okay, here's like someone who's super famous in the community. It's gonna be like all intimidating to talk to him, and it's not at all. He's like so nice and sweet, and he'll like work with you, and he really like, he spends so much time collaborating with people who want to work with him. Like he's just so open to everything, you know. A lot of musicians are just kind of want to do their own thing, which is totally cool, and I respect that, but I just think it's cool that Living Tombstone makes such an effort to like connect with his fans.
Me?
Yeah.
If you had a cutie mark, what do you think it would be?
Oh, I do have a cutie mark for my OC. Who knows what it is? Anyone?
It's coffee.
Yeah.
Her talent is drinking coffee.
And making coffee, fair enough.
And being hyper.
You. In the Final Scratch shirt.
How do you, is toothpaste mane all one word?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have, that's my Colgate tumbler too. I answer questions in this voice.
Is there any TV shows or anime that you like as much as ponies? Ponies are kind of their own thing. Anime-wise, my favorite anime of all time is Furikuri. In fact, that was one of the first voices I tried to do was Haruko Haruhara. I used to cosplay her too.
Awesome.
I used to really play the bass. I miss it. I don't have my bass anymore. You guys should check out, there's a new anime coming out
this fall, hopefully. It's called Lagrange, and I voiced the lead character in the English version, so.
Yay! Oh. Go watch it! Go watch it! Go watch it!
What do you expect to see more in season 3?
Oh,
that's a good one.
On the one hand, I kind of want to see more Colgate. On the other hand, it's like, if she's totally different from how we expect, then it's going to be like, oh, well, I can't work on all my songs and projects now involving Colgate, so, I don't know, I'd like to see Discord come back. I'm pretty sure
no Discord!
we all would.
No.
I'm excited to see what they do with Cadence, because I feel like since the season finale was a lot of, like, just the whole, like, Queen Chrysalis thing, I'd like to see more of what Cadence's actual personality is like and what they do with bringing her to life.
Speaking of the season 3 stuff, what's your thought on the Crystal Ponies?
Oh.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with it. All I really know about it so far is the song that they released, but...
Oh, we saw sheep.
What's the scariest game you've ever played?
Slender?
I downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet.
Don't play it.
I'm thinking about maybe like streaming it or something.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm excited. I love creepypasta. I love like ghost stories, anything like that. I love scary movies. I'm like the one, you know, I go to like a movie with my guy friends and they're the ones who are like, oh, I'm so scared. I'm like, this is awesome.
It's really fun if you get really drunk and get a bunch of people there and you all play something.
Like the microphone is that.
Pinkie Pie hat.
You said you like horror movies and scary stuff. Did you see The Cabin in the Woods?
No, I did not.
It's a great movie. Check it out.
Yeah. Okay, I will do that when I get home.
What's your favorite creepypasta?
There was one about, it was called like Pokemon Black, but it was before Pokemon, the actual Pokemon came out. It was like they got like a Game Boy cartridge and it was like, Ghost Use Curse. You all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I really, really liked that one. That was awesome. Okay, you're up front, so go ahead. Yeah, you.
Was there anybody you ever met who like you just were really starstruck? Like, oh my god, I just met this person.
Tara Strong?
Well, I haven't really met a lot of the people from the show, but definitely like at Brony-chan I got to introduce Lauren Faust, and that was just crazy. I was like, it was really hard to just be like, okay, I've got to introduce her to 3,000 people and all the people on the stream, but you can't think about that. You got to just be like, and now for the creator, friendship is magic. But yeah, it was afterwards I just totally freaked out, and all the musicians too. Like that was crazy. Who hasn't asked a question yet? I don't think. Yeah, with the hat. I don't think you've asked.
How are you this energetic this early in the morning?
Coffee, cutie mom. Come on.
Something called coffee. I love coffee. You ever know how energetic I get? Well, I get even more energetic when I drink coffee. In fact, I even brought my party cannon.
Well, where is it?
Wonderful. I want to join you. So, I'm calling on you next.
Well, you have the qualities because you like pie. This is a two-part question. One, have you seen the epic pony battles of history on YouTube?
Yes, I have.
Which one's your favorite?
Are you talking about, because there's different ones, like...
By
Rap battles.
His username is EPBOH.
Yeah, I'm in those.
What?
What?
I play Twilight Sparkle in the Twilight versus Pinkie one, and then I was Rarity in the Rarity versus Applejack. I thought you were talking about the ones that everyone watches, and I was like, oh, I wasn't in those, but yeah, the pony battles of history, I was totally in those.
Awesome.
Home stuff?
Not yet. I'm kind of overwhelmed, and it's like, I don't know, just the thought of like trying to read all that, and I don't know, maybe someday, we'll see. Over there.
I was just stretching.
Oh.
Who says that?
I challenge you to sing your favorite MLB song.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, now I have to choose a favorite. That's really hard, but
Smile.
Where's
Yeah.
the
Okay, I'll do it to wrap up because it has a lot of ponies in it.
Why not?
I won't do the whole song. I won't subject you to that. But I'm sorry because my voice is going out. But 3 months of winter. Okay, more coffee. 3 months of winter coolness and awesome holidays. We kept our limousines warm at home, time off from work to play. But the food we stored is running out and we can't grow in. I'm sorry, I'm like losing my voice so I can't sing. I wish I could.
It's okay, we loved it.
It's okay. I don't know. When I was just a filly, I found it rather silly to see how many other ponies I could meet. I don't know, I'm like, I can usually do it, but I'm losing my voice today. I'm so sorry.
All right, what's your theory? Why are all these young men into bronies? We have more men into it than Pegasi. What's your theory?
It's a good show.
Yes, it is a good show.
Don't
be shy.
Don't be shy, dude.
Don't be shy. You gotta learn to be assertive.
Have you known about Canterlot? Because sometimes I'll go there. Because my name is Top Hat.
Oh, Canterlot is just a wonderful place. We have like 5 minutes, so does anyone have voice requests?
Rarity.
Twilight.
Rarity.
Of all the worst things that could happen, this is the worst possible thing! This is whiny. Oh, this harness is too tight! It's going to chafe! Can't you loosen it? Oh, it hurts and it's so nasty! Maybe I could try to do Spike, like, yo, Twilight, you're one crazy talking horse.
Can you do the original Derpy Hook voice?
I just don't know what went wrong. Is there anything I can do to help? You okay, Rainbow Dash?
Okay, I think we're all curious. Let's hear Chrysalis.
Oh, I don't know if I can do it because I'm sick. But
You're great.
Give me one because I can't. I'm like blinky.
Let's.
You were saying?
Let's do the one where she's talking. Let's do the one where she's explaining her plan.
I don't remember how the hell this is since I've seen it. It's like improv. Okay.
Improv.
Look at all these ponies. Come here to Brony Fanfare. They don't know that soon they will be mine! I've been feeding off Shining Armor's love for you. That's like
Go feed!
I know this is probably a bad time to ask because you're getting sick, but can you do a good snowflake impression?
Can you tell Applejack she can't eat all those apples?
I have to censor it for the panel because this isn't one of the like our last night panel, but Applejack, what are you doing? You can't eat all those bucking apples.
Anyone else?
Do you think that it should be Bucky, I can't eat all these fucking apples, or just the regular one that they usually do?
What do you mean?
Why person that fuck you, I can eat all these fucking apples sounds better.
No, I think it should be the original because it just like
it just surprised people to hear that coming out of a pony, I think, so I like it.
It was incredible.
Especially because like when Fluttershy comes up, you don't expect that, you know, it's like, you expect to be like...
Well, it is a parody.
I'm not coming in my shirt.
Shit.
What character of all the ones in the show would you think that represents you?
Oh, well that's tough because like, I'm like Pinkie Pie when I have too much caffeine. And then, other times I'm kind of like Twilight, like if I get stressed out, I'm like less than zero Twilight.
So basically,
Sometimes
Stay away
I'm
from
like
her.
Colgate, I guess. I don't know.
every morning when you brush your teeth.
Brush, 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 brush.
What is your favorite movie?
Magic, but I might be biased because Twilight talks a lot in that one. But I don't know.
Genius.
But it has the R-5000, how can you not like that?
Can we hear the Cutie Mark Crusaders?
Yeah, you know, honestly, like, since I'm sick, I think it'll be perfect, so I won't even have to try to sing badly, but it's like, look here, our three little ponies, ready to sing for this crowd. Listen up, 'cause here's our story. We're gonna sing it very well.
Do you have a Gilda impression?
No.
I haven't really worked on it. I mean, I've tried it like once for someone in a stream.
No. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I feel like if I do it, then people are gonna judge me for it not being.
She made Fluttershy cry, of course.
Don't do it.
Judge Rina-chan.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't judge me just because I make Fluttershy cry.
Who's your favorite CMC?
Oh, probably Sweetie
Look.
Belle.
Oh, come on.
He's a robot.
I don't know, I may be biased because of that song, but yeah. I can do like the other ponies talking to them in the song.
What about Granny?
If you really want me to, I guess I can try. Yes.
On the side it said you voiced a rising star. What does that sound like?
Huh? Well, I'm trying to remember. All I remember of the lines from the promo was, "You set the hay on fire." Rising Star's voice was kind of like my Applejack voice, but it wasn't as deep, and it was like more up here. Do you want the sunglasses?
I lost the game.
In what voice?
Anything?
Choose a pony that I haven't done yet.
Photo finish.
Photo finish.
I
didn't go over well at all.
I could do, a certain? Oh, I know, Princess Celestia.
Ooh.
Be my guest.
Interesting choice.
You lost the game, my little ponies. Wonderful!
Sapphire Shores.
I have a friend down in California. He's a guy friend who can do a perfect Sapphire Shores. I wish I had like a video to show you guys. Maybe I'll like write her in an episode of something I work on and make him voice it just so you guys can.
Post it on Tumblr.
You haven't asked me.
And this is just a little question that I have. What if you were a part of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic?
I would cry. I don't live in Canada, so unfortunately it's not possible, but
Right.
like I wish that I could that I knew someone from Hasbro who does voice casting and be like, hey, you know that background pony Minuet? Can I do like the one line as her in season 3 or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm probably asking you this question because of your YouTube username. Have you played any of the Super Smash Brothers series?
Oh yeah, I was a competitive Smasher for like 3 years. I made Peach and Melee and Game & Watch in Brawl. I used to like Okay, if you have a setup here, challenge accepted.
Which is your favorite Super Smash Brothers game?
Melee. You can tell me.
Melee. Yep.
Do you think you can beat Ego Raptor?
In
Smash.
I don't know. I mean, I'd totally be down for having a challenge. We played Street Fighter against each other before, and that was like really close. That was fun. But
Okay.
Wait, weren't you in Brawl Taunts?
I made Brawl Taunts.
Any advice for aspiring voice actors?
Yeah, definitely just practice all you can. Listen to, watch My Little Pony. I mean, I know you all do that, but it has really good voice acting. I've learned so much from watching that and just listening to the actors. Just like, yeah, get your voice out there, post stuff all the time. Take the good criticism, not just like the you suck, but you know, people like actually giving you specifics, things like that.
Favorite pony race?
Unicorns, cause Colgate.
Yeah! Unicorns are overrated!
I haven't really tried. I don't remember that much what he sounds like. I'm sorry.
I think it's just a little boy's voice with a Cockney accent.
It's going to I'll try one and I'll post it on Tumblr or something. My Carrot Top voice is like the only really British character that I do.
Let's hear that.
Okay, my Carrot Top is pretty much like this, like a wooden toaster. I'm so glad that you think I'm best pony because no one can have me but you. Fit it all in.
Good job. Princess Luna with the Royal Canterlot voice.
Alright, I have to move back. Is this enough volume for you? We must use this much volume when it is tradition to speak in the Royal Canterlot voice. We must use this much volume when addressing our subjects. Are you with me, every pony?
Yeah!
How many points do I receive?
You receive max points.
Oh, the points. Over 9,000. Can you do Braybird?
Yeah, the point of it.
I did Braybird earlier. I've done enough.
Can you do Screwball voice from the famous
Reharmonized ponies?
Discord?
Well, that was mostly just like a song, so I think it was kind of like this, but I don't know. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just out of curiosity, but is there anything you want to share with us that you were hoping to share throughout this entire Brony time fair that no one has asked yet?
I guess I wanted to share spoilers for my new Colgate video, but I kind of already did, so. Yeah, she learns an important lesson about friendship. She writes to the princess.
Yay! How about an honest opinion on the characters of MLP? I mean, like their personality.
Which one?
Well, all of Bloodshot,
Applejack,
or Twilight, or Applejack, or Rainbow Dash, or
I like all
Rarity.
of them. I think they all have really unique personalities. You know, it's not like if you've ever seen the earlier generations of ponies where they're all just like, I love fashion and stuff. It's, you know, every pony is unique, and I really like that. Even the background ponies, the fans like make something for them, which I think is really cool. In the blue shirt, you haven't asked one yet.
Have you worked with or are willing to work with other musicians in and around the fandom?
Oh, of course. I love working with musicians. Like, I'm always saying, hey, I want to collab with you and stuff. And I don't know, like, there's so many people that I would love to work with.
What about Tom Duval?
This is no ordinary rock. His name's Tom. And he's mine. Oh, mine.
Nightmare Moon?
Huh?
Nightmare Moon?
Alright, let's see. You're kidding, right? The night will last
friendship lesson?
I think I really liked the one from Party of One because honestly I can relate so much to Pinkie Pie in that episode because I do things that annoy my friends without realizing it, like voices and things like that, and you know I just have this moment like my friends don't like my voices and don't want to be my friends anymore.
Love and tolerate.
Can you do the crazy Pinkamena voice from that episode?
Please.
Oh, do you guys want to hear Crazy Twilight? That's always a good Hi, girls. This is Smarty Pants. You all love Smarty Pants, right? Is there anything that I can help you with, you know, because I'm such a good friend?
I want to ask why, like, the reason you like Colgate is because you have, like, because you like as a fan of took it and like, took on the story, you like it because you like brush teeth, or you like it because you like it because there's no story on the character, you get to make a story for the character. What makes you like Colgate so much?
That's a good question. I think it's like all of those things. Colgate really grew on me as a character because at first it was just like, I decided to do this little thing for Tumblr, like, I'm the C to the O to the L to the E, and I know other pony brush their teeth like me, I'm Colgate-licious. And then I posted it, and people started reblogging it and stuff like that, and they were like, oh, I like your voice for Colgate, and I always wanted to be like the fan voice for a background character, I guess, so it just, I don't know, I started realizing, man, Colgate is so cute, and I love her! And Colgate, I think we're all better at brushing our teeth because of Colgate, yeah.
Absolutely.
What questions? I think we're on Trixie, sure.
Is there any character that like kind of surprised you with her personality as far as like, you know, you thought like maybe you weren't gonna like that character at first, but then
Cadence, because when you know, I saw like the pictures of her in the promotional art, and I was like, oh, that looks like such a cool character, because I like pink alicorns. I mean, if you've seen my OC, you know. I really liked her name, so then she comes on, and I'm like, oh man, I don't like this character, and then it was all explained, which I kind of like figured would happen, but it was just like that first moment I was like, ugh.
If they announced that Colgate was going to be the speaking line, who would you choose? It could be you, anyone.
Oh, it can't be me.
Congratulations.
I guess whoever did the Me Too line, I mean, that sounded pretty good, I guess.
Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake.
Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little shake. Cadence, you are always my favorite full sitter.
Aww.
Opinion on the theory that Bon Bon is a voice actor in her spare time and not a changeling.
Nope.
Well, I didn't put that in my bag.
What kind of toothbrush and toothpaste do you use?
I do use Colgate, and it was even before I started liking the pony. I just noticed, oh, hey, I have Colgate. Someone came up to me and gave me toothpaste, but this is changeling toothpaste. You got a question?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that was me that gave you that.
I thought you again, just whatever, I'm spacing out.
Do you play Minecraft?
A little. I'm not very good. I started playing with some of the musicians recently, so we'll see how that goes.
Have you seen the videos of Claire Corlett playing Minecraft?
I've seen some of her videos. I don't think I've seen her Minecraft videos. I've mostly seen the ones of her just like goofing around or whatever. I'm like, she sounds like Sweetie Belle in real life too. Yes.
What are your thoughts about the deer possibly making an appearance on the third season?
What? Deer?
The deer. Yeah, like the buffalo, they might be having deer in season 3.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool, I guess. I mean, I like seeing how the non-pony characters act.
I was gonna ask.
Okay, dude.
Oh, are you familiar with Ask the Crusaders?
Yes, that's someone I would love to work with someday. I hope, I wish, I don't know. Maybe someday.
Have you ever seen that video where that security guard at Brony-chan was talking with Lord Faust and sharing what he got out of Lord Faust, and especially the Scootaloo part? Have you ever seen that?
Scootaloo can't fly, what?
I'll have to look that up.
Oh, well, basically, it turns out that Scootaloo is actually a handicap.
What is this blasphemy?
Well, didn't you know this? Her wings are smaller than her
That's
head.
why she can't fly. So, and it's like Scootaloo is supposed to have like this deep, like story arc that didn't end up going in, but might end up coming in the future. And I was thinking when you thought that.
I really hope so. I think that would be cool, and I've heard it as a theory before, and I was like, yeah, that's really neat. I hope they do something with that.
Hasbro, why you
they're kicking
don't
me out. Last request before.
Stephen Magnet.
Okay, stop you.
Oh, my moustache! Mine. Oh, Rarity, your beautiful tail. Oh, don't worry, dear. It'll grow back. So would the mustache.
Thank you for your time.